third rushing touchdown today. And in overtime, the Colts send everybody in Berlin home happy. Final score, Colts 31, Falcons 25.
Colts Radio Network's on the call. That is your tire rack, or excuse me. That's the Express Pros Pro of the week. Excuse me. I want to apologize.
Hey, reset that, man. Reset.
Sweet.
And 3, 2, 1.
Showing us. Yeah, sorry.
And today's what?
Old dog, man.
That is
Old
our
dog.
that old dog my ass.
Yeah.
That's our Express Pros
There we
Pro
go.
of the week.
Yeah,
that goes
there
to
you go.
Jonathan Taylor,
Shouts
courtesy
out
of
to
the
Express
Colts
Pros.
Radio Network. Getting a new job can be so much easier with Express
Sure
Employment
can.
Professionals. With Express, you'll have a local connection to the job market.
Yeah.
Get started at expresspros.com to find a location near you. That's www.expresspros.com.
Damn.
Jonathan Taylor in that game.
Especially if you need some tires to get there, you know.
32 carries, 244
Old dog.
yards, 3 touchdowns on the day there.
I don't
in
pet that
Berlin.
dog. I don't pet that dog.
Can't
There's
pet that
your guy.
Can't
dog.
pet that dog.
Oh, you remember,
I don't pet that dog.
Old dog.
you remember when he was sitting on the back of the golf cart with Jim Irsay, and there was that whole he didn't want to be there. and
Jim
he didn't wanna-
Irsay was just in no clothes with just a cowboy hat and cowboy boots on
They don't want
and,
to be here.
and leaned up against the tree and started singing, "You should want to be
Hey,
here."
look, whatever you guys say, whatever you want about Carly Irsay.
She done turned that thing around.
Yeah.
She didn't got them headphones. She
That's
done told
right.
them what to do, and now they
Apparently,
got
she
going.
has been doing this for a while. By the way,
How about it?
They look good.
Shouts out to Jim, man. He raised her right, man. Shouts out to Jim. Rest easy, my guy. He's up there playing on that tree up there, man. I wonder what song is he's come up with some new songs or not. You know,
Of course,
Shouts
they
out
have
to him.
bangers.
some bangers, man. All right.
Now the Colts and Saints are the bye week teams, but after that, Indy's going to be at Kansas City.
It's a big
following
one.
week.
We're gonna find
So that
out a
could
lot
be-
about him.
if they win that one, are you going to believe in them finally, LeVar?
I'll know they're for real. I mean,
So right now
they had an
they're
oppor-
8-2, and you're like, whatever.
what's crazy is they had more to lose than to gain against the Steelers, because if they would have beat the Steelers, I would have expected them to beat the Steelers, but I didn't, because I didn't know if this was a real team, and they lost to the Steelers because they got Big Brother bound. So yeah, I want to see them beat Kansas City. I don't know that I'll believe all the way, but I'll stop thinking they're as fool's gold as I think they are.
Because you're expecting for Daniel Jones to have a stinker like he did.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, his pumpkin might have, his cart might have turned back into a pumpkin. Cinder-
Sports fans, listen up. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and bladder leaks can be a side effect. That's why Depend is teaming up with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to encourage screening, because health is a long game and it's yours to win. Now, here's the cool part. Through November, Depend is contributing up to $300,000 to prostate cancer research by donating 25 cents for every purchase of Depend Shields, Guards, and Real Fit products. Void in Mississippi. Learn more at depend.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
What was first reported as a stalled vehicle is actually an accident blocking off the left lane going southbound on 183 at Burleson Road. First responders are on the scene. There's also a crash on Brunberg Lane at Middle Fistville Road near I-35. An ongoing cleanup for a crash on FM 969 at Decker Lane. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story.
eBay.
Bet Online, the official sports betting partner of the Jim Rome Show. These guys have everything: spreads, props, live lines, and odds that move faster than your takes on a Monday. So if you're going to bet where I bet. Bet Online, the best place to get in on all the football action all season long. And don't forget, tune into the Jim Rome Show every Monday and Thursday for my official betting predictions powered by Bet Online. Bet Online, where the game starts.
Introducing True Earnings Checking from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Earnings that are almost too good to be true. Earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. It's simple. Just deposit at least $1,500 in new money and make 15 debit card transactions each month. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Even if you miss the requirements. Open your account online or at any of our 24 Austin area locations. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Rates subject to change without notice. Federally insured by NCUA.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile. Thanks, Zoe. The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Not sure what to get him this holiday? You can't go wrong with a gift from Untuck It. Every guy wants to unwrap our best-selling, wrinkle-free, and performance styles. From polished shirts for holiday parties to cozy layers for family photos, you'll find everything he needs to look sharp and feel comfortable all day and night. So get a head start on your holiday gift list. Early holiday sale happening now. Find the perfect gift for everyone on your list at untuckit.com and more than 80 stores worldwide. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn. Untucked.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding a unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso, Mo City,
San Antonio, excuse me, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Predictions Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Sark had his weekly SEC presser as we get ready for the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns Saturday night at 6:30, and you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Texas men's basketball do it up big against FDU. Eric Henry of Horns 247 joins us at 7:34. We predict our picks, and let's stay hot with them as well. Brian Jones of CBS will be joining us at 8:17. The MLB gave out the Cy Young Award yesterday, and surprise, surprise, we got some guys. And Thursday night football, is it another snooze fest? We shall see. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you have to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to use that talkback feature, and we've been listening to some of them. Appreciate all those that have been making calls. And if you want to leave a message, all you have to do is use the talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. We'll receive it instantly. And if it's good enough, Marcus might even put you on there.
It's good enough.
Because there is a lot of good things that are happening. I'm going to tell you one thing that's not good that is happening. Your boy is blind as all get out today. I got in my car, started driving to the studio, got almost here, and I realized that I didn't have my glasses, right? I didn't have my glasses. And sensitivity is important, right? You got to be able to see a little bit. So if you're looking online, you will see that I am real close to my computer today.
I was wondering what was going on over there.
Yeah, wasn't good, Mark. Wasn't good. But I am struggling for everything that is going on right now.
You want me to tell my wife to bring you some readers?
No, I have my readers, but I got some that are stronger than what they're supposed to be.
Oh my God.
So my eyes are hurting, bro. So if you look at me looking like
you can look in those glasses and see tomorrow.
Yes. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
Jeez. See the future.
I can see what is going on. So your boy's gonna make it through the show. I'm gonna go get my glasses for sure.
I knew those glasses had some medicine in them.
I can't see without my glasses.
I cannot see, but I'm making through. I had to make the font on my computer a little bit bigger. And I have been refusing to do that for so long.
You out there looking like my aunt got you out there increasing font size.
Exactly. I'm over there with it.
I actually did the same thing. I don't know if y'all know how to do that. Just go in your settings and you can make the font.
I'm sure a lot of people have done that. Yeah.
She heckled me.
Yeah.
Because she's like, why are your writing so big? I was like, because I'm old.
Understood. Well, one thing that is understood, but when I did get a chance to look on the computer, I noticed that this is Texas's cleanest injury report that we have ever seen. This team is probably the healthiest that it's been all year long. Now, obviously, there's some people that are probably dealing with some aches and some pains, but no one is on the SEC's media student availability report for the first time, I believe, all season long. Since day one, that this is the first time that I've seen it this clean. But Sark got a chance to meet with the media on his weekly call with the SEC, and he talked about the chance. He was asked about the chance of possibly beating its third top 10 team in the SEC.
I mean, it's obviously this conference is it's grueling, and every year I think people look at schedules and like, oh, they got an easy schedule, they got a hard one, or you don't really know until teams start taking the field. You got to start playing, and teams deal with injuries, or some teams don't, and teams fire their coaches, some teams don't, and we've had a very challenging slate for sure. Of not only the quality of the opponents that we're playing, but also some of the environments and the road games at night. But I think one thing about our conference that it just holds true week in and week out. Literally anybody in our conference, it doesn't matter who they are, can beat anybody else in our conference on any given Saturday. And I think that's what makes our conference so difficult. It's not about getting up for 1 or 2 games a year. It's not getting up for 3 top 10 matchups or the third one this year. You got to get up for them every week because every team is capable of beating anybody else. And I think that's the toll that it takes. when you play in this conference. There's a physical toll that this league takes on your team, but also I think there's a mental toll that it takes. And I think that's where the toughness aspect is so critical in the SEC. There's a physical toughness you have to have, but there's a mental toughness you have to get yourself prepared to play every Saturday and to be at your best. Because if you're not, you're going to be in a dogfight and you're going to be trying to find a way to win late. And so you learn a lot about your team in this league, and we've learned a lot about our team. And like I said, it's a great league to be part of. It's challenging, but you have to grow up, and you have to grow up quickly.
And he's not lying about it. When you sit and you look at what this week brings, one of the conversations was about Texas and Oklahoma. Obviously, Texas being in the league for the first year, getting a chance to go play in the SEC championship game against the Georgia Bulldogs. But then you also look at the fact that this was an opportunity for Oklahoma to come into this conference as well. So with both of these teams now having big-time matchups this weekend, Oklahoma, the number 11 team, taking on the number 4 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. You have the Texas Longhorns, the number 10 ranked team, taking on the number 5 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. This is what Texas being added into the conference and what Oklahoma being added into the conference enhanced what they had. And Coach Sark talked about that as well.
Well, I think it was, very strategic by the SEC to, if you're going to expand, where were we going to expand? How were they going to expand? And obviously they went and got 2 great brands that are national brands, but yet, in the Southwest are very influential, but really nationally. And for the Southeastern Conference now to expand the way that they did west, I think was great for the conference. But you got 2 national brands, high quality programs that have won a lot of games and championships over the years, but yet are 2 programs that they know, at the end of the day are going to be good year in and year out. And so the conference is tough. It's difficult. It's only going to get harder. If we're going to go to 9 games, it's like, holy cow, here we go. We're playing 8 now. Now we're going to 9. So I think we all got to keep recruiting well and keep developing our players because it's hard to keep everybody healthy for that long of a season.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, he said it. Keeping everybody healthy, because you're going to have somebody that you really need that is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the game.
That's why I said this being the cleanest, there's no names on the injury report at this stage of the season for the University of Texas. And that, to me, is an amazing feat itself. There's nobody on this injury report that was released today. That was released last night, excuse me.
Right.
So we'll hear from Coach Sark again today because Coach Sark has his last media availability with the local media, and we'll get a chance to talk about that. But one thing that we do need to touch on is the fact that this Texas Longhorn football team was on the road for a month. Had 1 home game. Now they're back on the road again before finishing out. And Coach Sark was asked about what has that month on the road helped you prepare for your trip to Athens?
First game of the season, right? I mean, we opened at Ohio State with them coming off winning the national championship. So the exposure playing in that environment. And then as you touched on there, we went, 4 straight road games. We didn't play at home for 42 days. And, being in some of those environments, being in some tough, overtime games, having to bounce back, playing in a rivalry game, all those things I think helped us mature. But I think more so than that, it helped us grow closer together as a team. And football is the ultimate team sport. And you win as a team, you lose as a team. But ultimately, I think that we are playing as a team now better than we ever have all season long. And that includes all 3 phases: offense, defense, special teams. But the connectivity from player to player, coach to player, coach to coach is at an all-time high for us right now. And I think that's what it takes when you go into these environments like we're going into Saturday night. You got to be really connected. You're going to need all 3 phases because in these types of hostile environments, you got to lock arms and you got to go fight collectively together. You can't just rely on one aspect of your team to get it done.
Cannot wait. And he's spot on. When you have those types of people and personnel and understanding what it's like to be on the road together and the bonding, Coach has been talking about it all season long. He said each week they wrap their arms around each other and understand that we're in this thing together.
Yeah,
we're the ones.
No help is coming.
It's just you and your brother, and let's get it done. We are getting excited because that game is just around the corner. But coming up next, we're going to talk Texas basketball as they had a big win last night against a mid-major. We also have Eric Henry of Horns 247 joining us at 7:34. And you do not want to miss lifetime Longhorn Brian B.J. Jones joining us at 8:17 for our Legends of the Locker Room segment. All right here on a Prediction Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
One time when Bill Schoening and I were doing a Tuesday night game, and there was an umpire behind the plate, Tom Jenkins. And Tom was a rather corpulent fellow, and he lets a pitch go in there. And you hear this pop again. He goes, ball two. Then crystal clear that our field mic picked up was some fan yelling, Jenkins, you fat.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
There's an accident on 183 southbound at Burleson Road, blocking off the left lane. It's causing some major backups both northbound and southbound in the area. Also on 183 going northbound, watch out for debris affecting the interchange ramp over to Loop 360. And a stalled vehicle blocks off the right turn lane on the service road of I-35 southbound at Yarrington. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Score huge deals on your perfect bed at Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Stop in today and let the sleep experts find the right upgrade for your unique needs. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
Hardball Hardge here, and they say everything's bigger in Texas. And at the Yellow Rose, that includes your Friday steak. From noon to 9, grab a 16-ounce bone-in ribeye that is literally as big as your face. Certified Angus beef, cooked just right for only $20. Then come back for all your football action all weekend long. 2 giant high-def screens with sound plus 12 more TVs for every angle and replay you might have missed. Hungry? $10 Rose burgers, wings, tenders, and al pastor pizza got you covered. Yellow Rose, where the views are amazing and so's the steak.
Hey, Texas fans, Craig Way here. It's time to kick off your deck project with TimberTech. A real decking all-star, TimberTech is the #1 brand in premium decking. It delivers real wood looks without the costly maintenance, and it will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. Plus, with industry-leading warranties, you know your deck will perform at the top of its game season after season. Take a look, and you'll be hooked. Order free samples online at timbertech.com.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. My king was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat and that short smells like a dog car. I'm Downy rinsing tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Celebrate UT football with Dulce Vita Tequila. 100% organic, made with 100% Blue Weber agave. With its vibrant color and fresh citrus finish, Dulce Vita Tequila offers high quality at a value that can't be beat. Hook 'em. 40% by volume, imported by Dulce Vita Spirits, Austin, Texas.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cash back app that gets you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back
back every time you buy gas. Use promo code OIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play. That my worth isn't determined by my performance. That even on my worst day, I am worthy. That you see me learning, growing, and doing my best. And that is enough.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Washington Secondary School Athletic Administrators Association.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
Swain comes away with it, spins into the front court on the dribble, angles from right to left, locates Tremont Mark, quick trigger for three, it's good, and he's fouled! Wilcher has it. Into the front court, top of the arc. He'll fire straight on three. No good off the rim. Offensive rebound. Montesfocatitis. The putback and one. Third old-fashioned three-point play opportunity in the first 8.5 minutes of the ballgame. Swain comes away with it. Spins into the front court on the dribble. Angles from right to left. Locates Tremont Mark. Quick trigger for three. It's good, and he's fouled. The top of the arc. Pope steps inside the arc. Fouled as he hits a jumper from 18, and he'll have a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. Wilcher has it. Into the front court, top of the arc. He'll fire straight on three. No good off the rim. Offensive rebound. Montesfocatitis. The putback and one. Third old-fashioned three-point play opportunity in the first 8.5 minutes of the ballgame. Longhorns have it inside Cody. A slam dunk off a pass from Simeon Wilcher. Great look. Wilcher to Cody for the flush. Wilcher, big jump stop, and then he lost his balance and the possession. And for a moment, Cam Heide scrambles to get it. Now in the corner, Pope contested three. It's good. Jordan knocks it down. Great hustle all the way around by Texas, and a timeout called by FDU. Now a steal by Dalen Swain. He'll drive in and throw it down. Swain with the dunk. He has 8.5. And Texas is blowing it open. The Longhorns now up by 22 at 43-21. Jordan Pope on the dribble to the left side to Tremont Mark. Mark to Pope, left wing. Back it goes to Mark. On the right side, fires up a contested three, and he nails it. 15 points for Tremont Mark. 76th career game, scoring double figures for Tremont. Texas up by 26, their largest margin. Tremont Mark pounding out the dribble. Deep in the right corner. Feeds Montesfocatitis along the baseline. Goes up in traffic. Gets the bucket in one. That is a hard angle shot to make, even for a 7-footer. Almost straight up. Hits high on the glass and drops in for the bucket and one.
Yeah, because on his move, he was behind the backboard and then had to bring it, come forward.
10 seconds to go, and Sean Miller says just hold it on. And the Longhorns will have a 35-point victory tonight. Final score here tonight from Moody Center in Austin. The Texas Longhorns 93, the Fairleigh Dickinson University Knights 58.
There it is right there. You got a chance to hear the voice of the Texas Longhorns. Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whatever you got going on, Craig Way is the voice of all things University of Texas sports. As the Texas Longhorns win 93-58, got a chance to see Dylan Swain continue to lead this team, not in points, but the ability to be on the floor. Nick Cody had a decent game last night, finishing with 8 points. Matas Vocatitis continues to impress. 8 of 8 from the field, finishing with 19 points. Jordan Pope got a chance to start at point guard once again. And Coach Miller talked about Tremont Mark and moving him off the point so he can be more in attack mode. Well, he finished with 20 points and looked good doing it. The Texas Longhorns continue their run in the paint with 50 points in the paint. But most importantly, it's what they got on fast breaks, 22 points. And from the bench, they got 24 points, Mark.
Man, I was telling you just in the break that, Vocatitis, did a up and under dunk that it's a lot of teams not going to have a guy big enough to block or contest a shot like that. If he maintains this aggressive nature, Texas can go real far.
Well, I agree with you on the fact that he continues to be aggressive, but you know as well as I do, in this SEC, there's going to be a lot of physicality that is going to have to be played, and he has to be more under control. He has to be a controlled aggressor. I see some special skills in this young man. He's only going to get better. Yeah. And the fact that they brought back Camden Heide is back now. He's going to get a chance to be on the floor. They're going to work him back into it. So they bring out so many different factors on this basketball team. So it was been cool to watch them as they continue to get after it. They play again this weekend, not Sunday, but Saturday at noon at the Moody Center. They play the University of Milwaukee, Kansas City, and that game will be played at noon, but you can hear all the action on the Longhorn Radio Network, iHeart Radio Network, and always free on the app. Big time matchups, Mark. This is what it's all about when you start to see this team get their flow together and being able to maneuver around.
In years past, Texas has always had the guard. We had a guard that was going to get drafted. But, you look at Lacina Torrey, he played really good last night. And I think that he's another one that is going to need a little time to, get his big feet under him. But once these big guys, Texas has 3 of them now. We never had more than one. And even when we had one, it was a 6'7" guy or a 6'9" guy. These guys are 6'10", 2 of them 7 feet.
Yep.
So I think it just adds a little bit more. Even if one fouls out, I like the aggressive nature. If you got 5 fouls for a reason.
Well, we'll see how Coach wants to use them. But one thing that I did notice last night is Sean Miller is constantly teaching, and not saying nobody else before him did that, but watching him, because he's under a microscope. There's a lot of expectation placed on the University of Texas when it comes to basketball. You made a couple changes over the last couple years. One was forced change, one had to change, and now we're sitting here looking at our third coach. But I think what Sean Miller brings, because of his history, is going to show that this team is going to get better week to week, game to game. And once they get that continuity together, it's going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, we talked about that last season after, the separation between Texas and the previous coach. And now one of the things that was the biggest problem was there wasn't enough scoring. And I told you that Sean Miller's a guy that likes to score.
Right.
And here we are, 3 games, and they're significantly up in scoring. So you get a couple of 90-point wins. That's awesome.
Well, you start to look at how this is going about, and you look at the different combinations that Coach Miller was hoping to put together. You look at Jordan Pope being inserted back into the starting lineup instead of coming off the bench.
Yeah.
You get the bench scoring from a Kendall Weaver, the energy that he brings to the game. I think that's a great combination. And, of course, he said he wanted Tremont Mark to be able to talk a little bit more or to score a little bit more. And so that's exactly what he did. Before we get ready to go to break, in just a moment. Mark, we had a special guest in here today.
Yeah, man, we got Coach Sion in here from Shipley's Donuts out there in Dripping Springs. Coach, come over, bring your chair over here. And
he got a camera on him. He's got
the camera on him.
Yeah.
Coach, you're going somewhere this weekend. Can you elaborate?
Going up to the NWCA National Duels in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Division I top teams, Iowa, Oklahoma State. All these teams are going to be competing for $1 million prize, the first time ever for college wrestling. Also live on Flow Wrestling, so follow it there.
Coach is also a high up over at Flow Wrestling. And this is the first time, though, that this kind of money has been put into.
It's the first time it's been put into wrestling. College wrestling is one of those, it's the toughest sport. Football players ain't got nothing on college wrestling.
Whoa, Coach Sark, don't do it.
It's the toughest sport, I'm just stating the facts. Back at Iowa State, we used to watch the football players used to watch us, run the side of the hills and do some of them exercise, and they'd be like, "Man, I don't know how you guys do it."
Yeah.
But it's first time that college wrestling is actually getting that kind of main spotlight. The national duels went away about 10 years ago, and it just came back, and it's coming back with a bang. The Paycom put up $1 million to the team for showing up. So it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a huge event in Tulsa, Oklahoma, live on Flow Wrestling.
Shameless plug.
I appreciate
Thank you for bringing us all these donuts. I promise you.
And then you could also get fresh donuts out at our shop at in Shipley's 13341 West Highway 290. Come on out.
I'm going to make an appearance out there here pretty soon. We just got to figure out the date.
And if you're an Iowa State wrestler or fan, I'll give you a discount.
Wow.
Texas fans, I might have to charge you $2.
Coming up next, thank you so much, Coach, for the breakfast. We appreciate you taking the time to come out here and bless us with that breakfast this morning. Coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, as he prepares us for the Georgia Bulldogs and also recap what he's seen so far with this Texas men's basketball team. All right here on a Prediction Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Some good news on 183 at Burleson Road. The earlier crash has been taken care of, and now speeds are starting to get back to normal on both the northbound and southbound side of the traffic. Looking on I-35 northbound this morning, about a 10 to 12-minute out of your drive through stop and go speeds from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon. There's also a crash on Runberg Lane at Middle Fistville. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Starting my day off on the right foot is a big deal. I have to be on my game to give you infotainment, and that starts by taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beats Heart Chews from Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You've probably seen their logo on the football field and on the volleyball court. Yep, that Human. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure and nearly 2 times more effective than just diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great and they're easy to take, and they become a part of my daily routine. Super Beats Heart Chews are also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now and even gives you a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/Mike to check it out. That's human.com, Mike, human with 2 N's. Enter the promo code Mike at checkout and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Big news, Texas. The Silencer Shop showroom is now open in Liberty Hill. Get hands-on with silencers, explore interactive displays, and talk with our expert staff. Whether you're new or a pro, we can make your guns better because we give a shh. The new Silencer Shop showroom, now open in Liberty Hill.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news, Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your sixth graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Victor Wembanyama and Stephon Castle became the first Spurs duo to record triple doubles in the same game, but lose to the Warriors at home to end their 3-game win streak. Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud did not practice yesterday as he remains in concussion protocol. And for the first time this season, Longhorns reported no injuries as they prep to visit Georgia on Saturday. I'm Rhonda Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
If one of us wins, we all win.
I'm Ashley Rayfeld on a recent episode of our podcast. Good luck with that. We caught up with pro skater Fabiana Delfino to talk life lately, what's next in skateboarding, and why creating space for others is a part of the job.
You break down the door, sick, now like hold the door for everyone.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Thanks to Coach. Thanks to Coach for dropping off some breakfast this morning for us. But as always, it's Thursday. It's Prediction Thursday, and the one and only Eric Henry of Horn 247. You can follow him at Eric C. Henry _ on social media. It's a busy week. This is that time of year where everything overlaps for you. So you've been on the grind. But Texas, for the first time, and I think all season long, had no injuries on the the student availability report for the first time, I think, all season long. That is probably the healthiest team in the SEC right now.
First off, good morning, Mark. Good morning, Hardge. Appreciate y'all having me on as
Morning,
always. Man. Yeah, Hardge, make sure you get it right. It's not an injury report, okay? It's an availability report. Coaches would never put out an injury report, just a student-athlete availability report. But to your point, I was not surprised. You know, let's kind of run through a couple things. Michael Taft, when you look at the projection for his injury when it was suffered against Kentucky, it was looked at as about a 2 to 3 week injury. Of course, Taft showed up as questionable on the report for the Vandy game, which of course was prior to the bye week, right? It's no surprise that he's ready to go. Same thing with Ryan Wingo with his thumb injury. Steve Sarkisian said in the postgame after Vandy that had it been an emergency, Wingo could have returned to the lineup. So not surprised for those two guys that they are not listed. And as you said, first time all year. And it was you or it was the iHeartRadio update. Can't remember which one off the top of my head, but both of y'all said that for the first time this year, Texas shows up availability.
There
They
you
have all
go.
availability, right?
Almost did it.
But no, all jokes aside, they're getting healthy at the right time, right? I mean, they need all their proverbial bullets to be in tow to head to Georgia, and of course for A&M.
Well, when you look at the Georgia Bulldogs, you have to start obviously with Gunnar Stockton. He's the one that really gets this thing going. Texas saw him in the not Sugar Bowl, but the SEC championship game last year. He took a big old hit in that game. I know that's still on his mind, but they weren't prepared for the running skills in which he had because Carson Beck was not a runner. Now they've got a chance to see him on tape. And I know a lot of people keep wanting to compare him to a Diego Pavia, but I don't see it as such, man. I think he's a totally different type of player.
Listen, all right, I don't want to disrespect Diego Pavia. I've done that too many times in his career, but you can't compare Diego Pavia and Gunnar Stockton.
Thank you.
All right? I mean,
Thank you.
Diego Pavia, there are moments that I watched their last game. I can't remember who they played. I want to say it was Auburn last week that, they're making the comeback and Vandy won the game. Diego Pavia never looks truly comfortable as a passer downfield, right? He looks like he's trying to guide the ball down there. Gunnar Stockton's the real deal, right? And
Yep.
Gunnar Stockton is a guy that, just from the eye test, you don't see this dual threat, excellent quarterback, right? But all he does is go out there and produce. The guy was a prolific high school quarterback, was signed, it was another SEC school. I'm forgetting where he was signed initially before. Mike Bobo, Georgia's offensive coordinator, has a long-standing relationship with the Stockton family. He ended up getting the offensive coordinator job at Georgia. Gunnar Stockton signs with Georgia, a kid who grew up wanting to be a dog. The rest is history. But no, that comparison, that's not apt at all. Gunnar Stockton is the real deal, and there's a reason why he has Georgia in position that they are in right now is because he's playing excellent football.
Yeah.
Eric, is not uncommon for a quarterback like Stockton to take off, but is that a wise thing to do against this Texas defense? Like all the running quarterbacks that have faced Texas this year have gotten smacked up or, definitely career lows when they try to run against this defense.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of a pick your poison, right, of facing Texas defense because you might not want to run against them. You talk about the way the Texas defense is able to defend dual threat quarterbacks. Well, do you pass, right? When you got Mookie Taff and you got, Jelani McDonald and Malik Muhammad back there as well. So it's definitely a pick your poison. I'll say this, if you are Gunnar Stockton, I think you have to play your game. This is the thing I think is going to – it's a little bit what we talked about with Arch Manning earlier in the year. I think you need to see the ball come out of Gunnar Stockton's hands quickly, and that's what they do, right? I'll give you a little tidbit here, Hardge and Mark. Both Gunnar Stockton and Arch Manning, they are 1 and 2 in the SEC in terms of passes thrown behind the line of scrimmage, which means they're trying to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers quickly, yards after catch. Get them upfield, let them do the work, right? Zachariah Branch, the former USC Trojan, leads Georgia in catches with 56. The next closest receiver for Georgia has 25 receptions. That means the ball is going to be heading to Zach Branch early and often, but keep an eye on Oscar Delp. And they're a trio of tight ends as well. They got big, massive tight ends who can own the middle of the field. So keep an eye on those guys as well.
Yeah, those are the guys that we've been talking about a little bit because of what they've been capable of doing. We're talking to Eric Henry of Horns 247. Make sure you follow him at Eric C. Henry _. We're going to go back over to the defensive side of the ball and look at what this Texas secondary is going to look like. We talked about Michael Taft, Jelani McDonald being back there, but Coach also brought up Xavier Filsaime and him being able to be back on the field as well. It's an exciting time for this Texas defense, but the experience on the back end is so important so we don't have those busted plays, especially when it comes to those tight ends that you were just talking about, like Eli Stowers did against the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, Hardge, I'll admit I was a little surprised to hear Steve Sarkisian specifically outline Xavier Filsaime as a player. I think, for most Texas fans who know this, but for those who may not, former 5-star recruit, was a late flip from Florida, but he's still a developing player in his career, right? I think you guys saw against Vandy, and I'm not trying to pick on Xavier for this, right? Because he's a slight of build. I've got my two deep in front of me, but I don't have Xavier's weight and height. He's probably about 6'1", 6'2", maybe about 200 pounds, and maybe 200 is give him a little credit. But, he had an open shot on Eli Stowers, and not just a whiff, but, Stowers is kind of manhandled him getting into the end zone, right? I think in speaking about Phil Simms specifically, it's nice to have him back. But if you take a look at the numbers, Hardge and Mark, this has been a 2 safety rotation all year. It's been Michael Taft and it's been Jelani McDonald. The other guys have rotated in, depending on situation in the game, where the score is, so on and so forth. But I think especially on Saturday and especially against Texas A&M, this is going to be the type of game where if there are 80 plays run, well, I guess for Texas defense's sake, let's hope it's not 80, but if there's 65 plays run, you're going to see Taft and Jelani McDonald in for 60.
No doubt. And he was listed as 6'1", 194.
Okay,
6'1", 194. Yeah. So he is slight, and that's probably why he didn't want to go up against Eli.
Well, those are times where you become best friends with the strength coach, and he can always show you, hey, this is where you need to be next year.
Yeah.
You need to improve.
Yeah. Well, let's talk basketball because Texas men's basketball team is back at home. They get 2 wins back-to-back on Saturday, and of course, last night. They have another game this coming Saturday, which you will be in Athens, so you'll have to miss that. But what are some of the big takeaways that you've seen from this team since you went and saw them play Duke and now back at home?
Yeah, let's start with the physicality down low, guys. I said this to you guys, I believe it was last week, but I'm going to mention it again here. I'm not trying to disrespect Caden Shedrick and those guys from last year's group, right? However, Matis Vokatitis, Lassina Traore, those guys do not get pushed around. I know you probably say, Eric, well, they beat up on Fairleigh Dickinson. They beat up on Lafayette. But as Hardge mentioned, against Duke, Matis was not afraid to go against Cameron Boozer, the #1 recruit in the nation. Lassina Traore, not afraid to go against Cameron Boozer, #1 recruit in the nation. Also just from roles, guys, we talked about this and I wrote about it. It's up on the site at horns247.com. The amount of times that Texas would just get bullied on the glass, the rebounding heads, right? Lassina Traore, maybe he's not scoring right now. I know he's a guy who averaged a double-double with Long Beach State for 2 years when he was there. What I love about him is, he's not getting 10 touches a game, but he's getting rebounds. You look up, right? Coming off the bench, he leads the team with 8 rebounds in the first half, right? Okay, he has 3 points, not a big deal. He wants to be 6'9", 245, be physical, clean the glass. Matis, it's not he's a big 7-footer, 250 pounds, the Lithuanian. It's not a quick first move, Hardge, but it's a decisive first move, if that makes sense, right? It's not quick and explosive per se, but he gets the ball down there, down low on the block, 1 dribble, maybe 2, going into his move. You didn't see a lot of that last year, right? It was dribble, get pushed off the block, try to reset, repost, reestablish. Also, the last thing I'll say is this, which were similarities in the Duke game and last night, how quickly Texas gets into their offensive sets. Again, the offense, it's still going to be a work in progress in terms of the way Sean Miller wants to do things, but it's noticeable. It's not the ISO ball. It's not pass, dribble, pass to Trey. Watch how quickly they get into their offensive set. And then if that's not working, there is an additional set to run. Those things have been interesting to see over the first 3 games, excuse me.
Love it. As always, man, we appreciate your breakdown. Be careful on the road when you get to Georgia. Are you flying? You flying into ATL, right?
Flying into ATL. And listen, fellas, for both of y'all, I will indulge in those Magic City wings just for y'all, fellas.
Come on, man, do that. Take
That's
a picture of the wing.
That's what we do. Always looking out for the bros.
Lemon pepper,
appreciate
please.
that. As always, E, be careful, man. We appreciate your time and thanks for the knowledge. Make sure you follow him at Eric C. Henry _. And of course, make sure you get all his work at Horns247. When we come back, Major League Baseball giving out awards. The MVP will be given out tonight, but right now we want to talk about Cy Young Awards. And like Drake says, we're going to go back to back for one of the pitchers right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Some good news on 183 at Burleson Road. The earlier crash has been taken care of, and now speeds are starting to get back to normal on both the northbound and southbound side of the traffic. Looking on I-35 northbound this morning, about a 10 to 12-minute out of your drive through Stop and Go speeds from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon. There's also a crash on Runberg Lane at Middle Fistville. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke, dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas, or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Hardge here, and November's all about gratitude and big savings at Covert Ford Hutto. This month, we're showing thanks with Black Friday level deals all November long. Right now, get $9,278 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat. That's right. Don't wait for the holiday rush. The savings are here all month long. Tough trucks, legendary family service, and deals worth giving thanks for. Only at Covert Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto. CovertFordHutto.com.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Tess, what's up?
Oh, the CFO needs me to book a week of travel. I'm days behind on invoices. The plants in the lobby are dying, and now I have to order lunch for 80 with gluten-free options.
Just use Easy Cater.
Easy Cater?
One platform built for workplaces. Tons of great restaurants, any group size, with tools to meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Plus, rewards.
Rewards?
You earn rewards points when you order. Good for discounts or even gift cards for you.
Now that's what's up.
EasyCater, the easy, rewarding way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeart Radio app.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
Daphne Caruana Galizia was a Maltese investigative journalist and blogger who spent her life fighting for truth, justice, and decency in a country overrun by corruption. But on October 16, 2017, she was assassinated.
There are crooks everywhere you look now. The situation is desperate.
Malta is a tourist paradise, but underneath its extraordinary beauty, there are some dark, dark shadows. This is a place where dark power and dark money likes to hang out. And if you try and tell truth to that dark money and that dark power, if you're a journalist, it can be a very dangerous place indeed.
They were asleep in their own beds, and somebody piled rubber tires out the back of the house and set them alight.
These are 5 car bombs within the space of a year, and nothing was done about it.
I was shaking. It was a mixture of anger and fear.
From iHeart Podcasts, Topic Studios, and Vespucci, this is Crooks Everywhere. My name is Manuel Delia, former political operative turned journalist.
I'm John Sweeney, a former BBC journalist and investigative reporter. Together, we unravel the web of deception, exposing the dangerous forces at play in Malta.
Crooks Everywhere.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Always by our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, as he continues to break it down both on the basketball front and, of course, on the football front. Coming up at the the top of the hour, we will talk about our predictions. That's right. We're going to give away our predictions. Mark Henry had a good week. I was at the mid. Mark, well, we won't talk about it.
We won't talk about it. Oh, my God, I don't believe this, man. But
we also will have Brian Jones of CBS Sports joining us at 8:17. You do not want to miss BJ. He is a character. Gotta love my man. He's probably doing some yoga right now as we speak.
I was going to say Pilates.
Yeah, or that too. He will definitely be doing something like that. But yesterday, Major League Baseball continued its awards ceremonies. We talked about the Rookie of the Year yesterday as Nick Kurtz unanimously won the AL, and rookie catcher Drake Baldwin of the Atlanta Braves won Rookie of the Year for the National League. In the American League, the Cy Young Award winner is Tariq Skubal, who is an unbelievable left-handed pitcher. He's the 12th pitcher to go back-to-back seasons to win the Cy Young Award in baseball. Very, very impressive. And in the National League, the one and only Paul Skeens gets his Cy Young Award yesterday as well. He has been tearing the world up since he's been in the big leagues. I got two stories for you. When Paul Skeens was in college, he first originally went to Air Force. He played first base, he pitched, and he caught for the Air Force Academy. This dude is 6'6", by the way. He was insane with his time at Air Force. We got a chance to see him when he was playing for Air Force when he played against the University of Texas. He transfers to LSU, biggest transfer in LSU's history, as he goes in and becomes a dominant player. Well, that season, when his first year at LSU, I got a chance to do an interview with Paul Skeens because I was working for Peak Events and doing the Round Rock Classic, which will be coming up again this year. Can't wait to be a part of that as well. But long story short, over the past, and this is from Harris Valentine, Paul Skeens, over the last 28 months, he was a College World Series national champion. He was the College World Series outstanding player. He won the Dick Howser Trophy for the best college baseball player. He was the #1 overall pick. He's already been a 2-time All-Star starter on the mound. He won the National League Rookie of the Year, and then he has just been named Cy Young. Now, a lot of teams have been calling for him because Pittsburgh is not a very good team, and they're pretty much wasting his good years. But one thing's for sure, Paul Skeens is not wasting his years. And for all those kids out there that have been busting their behinds and they're waiting for the phone call to be able to get your scholarships, and I know a lot of people signed their scholarships yesterday for baseball and other sports, Tariq Skubal only had one Division I scholarship offer out of high school. Paul Skeens had 2 Division I scholarships out of high school. And here, one just went back-to-back, and one went Rookie of the Year and Cy Young Award winner.
It's about what you do with what you got.
Exactly. They're going to find you. You're going to get your opportunities. You just have to continue to put your foot on the pedal and continue to work hard. Things will happen. Things will happen positively if you continue to put the work in. That's one thing that they can't ever take away from you. How hard you work and what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And those two guys are a true example of it doesn't matter. Each got one scholarship, one D1 scholarship out of high school, and Paul Skeens had 2. And obviously one of them was to the Air Force Academy, and he took the Air Force Academy. So there he is. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. Coming up next, we give our predictions at 8:17. You'll have Brian Jones, 8:34, World's Strongest Take. And, of course, we'll finish off the show talking about Texas football. Oh, yeah, and I got a special guest that'll be singing to us. You'll figure it out. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition? And now Dripping Spring is waking them up. They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, and kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
As football season continues on and basketball season is taking off, there's no better place to get in on the action than Bet Online, your #1 source for all things sports. Bet Online gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. From pro and college football, basketball, cage fighting, and hockey futures, Bet Online has you covered. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to Bet Online today, because at Bet Online, the game starts here.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $500,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet will always stand by you.
Together, let's drive.
I am dedicated. I am TNT.
With Team in Training, you will reach your best physical self so blood cancer patients can reach theirs. Change your life by joining a marathon, half marathon, triathlon, or a cycle event, and you'll change the lives of blood cancer patients.
I am committed. I am TNT.
After 600,000 participants and almost $1 billion raised for treatments, TNT has helped the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society make a significant impact in the advancement of blood cancer therapies that save lives every day.
I am making a difference. I am TNT.
Join TNT. Expand your circle of friends to be part of a very special community. Train with world-class trainers and have the chance to be part of the most exciting endurance sports events in the country. Or train on your own schedule with TNT Flex. Join TNT and fundraise while you train, and take part in getting us all closer to a world without blood cancers.
Join TNT now. Go to teamintraining.org.
Did you miss the Bitcoin wagon? Millions got rich because they got in on a technology you still don't understand. But the crypto gang got greedy, handing control of the Bitcoin network to China. This carelessness gives us a second chance called Texacoin. You're invited on the Texacoin journey. We'll guide you through this new frontier to claim your share of the profits. Don't let your friends get rich without you. Secure your seat as we take Texacoin to the moon and beyond. Learn more at texacoin.org. This is an investment that carries risk. Texacoin.org.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
Is that a faucet running? That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest, cleaning up the air we breathe.
I didn't know the trees were so amazing.
Yep, and the forest gives us shade, trees to climb.
That's awesome. Let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Hour number 1, we got to talk a lot about Texas football. We also got a chance to talk Texas basketball for their big win against FDU yesterday, and we just had the conversation about Paul Skeens and Tarek Skubal to win the Cy Young Awards. MVPs will be given out tonight. Can't wait to have that discussion tomorrow. Also got a chance to hear from Eric Henry of Horns 247. Coming up in the next segment, we'll have Brian Jones of CBS talking all things Texas Longhorns, the SEC, and what's going on in the Big Ten as they have been covering that all season long. Then we'll finish out the show with Thursday Night Football and some Paul Feinbaum talking about some of the best teams in college football. And in between that, we'll have.
Is he going to be talking bad about Texas again?
Of course not. You know he loves Texas. He loves Arch Manning. He loves everything about this team. He does everything. Let's get into it because now is the time because we've been waiting on it. We've been waiting. I know you people are sitting at home saying, when are these guys going to give out their picks? Well, the wait is over. It's go time for the morning kickoffs, NFL and college football picks of the week. Last week, Mark Henry went 4-2. So, Mark Henry, you get an opportunity to kick us off.
I'm going to go Oklahoma, Alabama. Hardge, I'm going with Alabama.
What?
We need Oklahoma to beat Alabama, but I'm not picking with my heart. I'm not picking with my thoughts. I'm going with statistically, Alabama should win the game.
All right. I am going with the Naval Academy against USF. Every time somebody get in that position of possibly being in the college football playoffs, they slip up, and I believe that Navy will keep this game within the number. Navy plus 10. Marcus.
I'm going to go Wisconsin plus 28.5 versus Indiana.
Ooh. Big number. You're chasing those points. I like it a lot. Staying with Marcus, your next pick.
I'm sticking with bigger numbers now. I'm going New Mexico State plus 39.5 versus Tennessee.
Woo, 39.5 for New Mexico State Aggies. Mark Henry.
Well, of course, the game of the week, Texas, Georgia. And this is not me just picking with my heart. I think that Texas is going to run away with this game. This is going to be a runaway. I'm going Texas.
Texas plus 5.5. I am rolling with the Iowa Hawkeyes. They came so close last time, but USC is not the team that everybody thinks they are. I've got Iowa plus 7. I'm taking the Dogs, and I'm going to continue taking the Dogs. I'm going with the Baylor Bears against the Utah Utes. Baylor plus 7.5. They are playing at home on Saturday night. Rolling with the Bears. Mark Henry.
Okay, I lied. I said I was not going to pick with my heart no more, but I'm going to pick with my heart, and I'm going to go Pittsburgh over Notre Dame.
Plus 12.5.
Plus 12.5.
Okay.
What's up, Trevor?
Yeah. Marcus.
Florida plus 14.5 versus Ole Miss.
Marcus with all the Dogs. He's taking Florida plus 14.5 over Ole Miss. Marcus, staying with you. Now let's go to the NFL.
The Houston Texans.
H-Town, where you at?
Minus 6.5 versus the Titans.
I like it. Mark Henry.
You know what? Chiefs and Broncos. Good game. I'm going Chiefs.
Chiefs minus 3.5. I know the Dolphins, they might be fake news. They got a big win the other day. They felt like they were on top of the world. I'm going to ride with them one more week. We may not have to hear from Mike McDaniel. Minus 2.5. I am taking the Miami Dolphins minus 2.5 over the beat-up Washington Commanders. Staying in the NFL, I will take Aaron Rodgers to rebound from last week's debacle. I am taking the Steelers minus 5.5 against Joe Flacco and the Bengals. Mark Henry.
Well, I'm going with the Fighting Baker Mayfields with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Bills, giving them 2 losses back to back.
Plus 5.5 on the Buccaneers. Marcus.
Who's the hottest quarterback in the NFL right now?
Caleb Williams.
And I'm taking the Bears plus the 3 versus the Vikings.
Caleb Williams and the Bears plus 3 over the Vikings. Marcus, stand with you.
And I'm gonna make you guys a little happy because I'm taking your Dallas Cowboys plus minus the 3.5 versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, minus 3.5. Monday Night Football. Mark Henry.
Well, as much as I like the Seahawks, I'm going with the Rams. The Rams over the Seahawks.
Minus 3.
Both
like
7-2.
It's a big
at
matchup.
The top of the division.
That's a big game on Sunday, and
Yeah,
I'm excited for that one. And my final pick, this is the final time I go at these dudes. If they don't get it right, I am done. I've talked about it. I've been about it. I've been consistent about it. Get the dang ball to Bijan Robinson, and you will see the promised land. I'm going with the Falcons for the last time. Minus 3.5 over the Carolina Panthers.
You always come in here with these down questions.
I'm trying to get there. Now,
how many yards rushing does he have now?
Don't worry about that. We ain't talking about that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you always trying to bring up old stuff. I mean, golly.
Like I've said earlier, I'm not going to go into the past and talk about my past. I'm here to make a positive influence on this.
And he is going to be positive this week. So here are the picks. Hardge goes with Navy plus 10, Iowa plus 7, Baylor plus 7.5, Miami Dolphins minus 2.5, Steelers minus 5.5, and of course, the Falcons minus 3.5. Mark Henry took Alabama minus 6.5, Texas plus 5.5, Pittsburgh Panthers plus 12.5, the Buccaneers plus 5.5, Chiefs minus 3.5, and the Rams minus 3. Marcus took all the points that was on the board.
Every dog in the building, he gonna wake up with fleas.
Wisconsin plus 28.5, New Mexico State plus 39.5, Florida plus 14.5, the Texans minus 6.5, Bears plus 3, and the Cowboys minus 3.5. Now, the one game that I did not pick, and I really, really wanted to pick this game, and it was strictly because of the quarterback that is getting his opportunity to play again, is the New York Giants. The New York Giants have a big matchup against the Green Bay Packers.
No.
They're plus 7.5. But I should have picked them. The money line is plus 295. I might pick them on the money line because the greatest quarterback, well, with the quotes, Heisman Trophy winner, is back on the field. My guy, Jameis Winston, is getting a chance to show up and show out.
I want fans to know that I'm going to do my best. You know, obviously I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to execute, have a surgical execution, and just play ball, man. Like, this is something I've been doing since I've been 4 years old, and I just get to do it in the greatest city in the world. I'm going to be saying it with my son. It's the greatest city in the world. Yeah, that's a Hamilton reference if y'all don't know. Yeah, 10-year reunion.
Tell he's the greatest city in the world.
It's the greatest city in the world.
God, I love me some Jameis Winston. This dude is the most positive guy out there.
Is there anybody that has more fun in football than Jameis Winston?
No, there is not.
I would go on record as saying that I would like to see if you can name somebody that you see having more fun than Jameis.
There's not.
You don't even have to start.
Nope.
He could be standing on the sideline and just singing and dancing.
And promoting his team and uplifting.
Encouraging.
Yes.
That's him.
He talked about Jackson Dart and how much he loved him. He talked about Russell Wilson and how much they have so much fun together. Those are positive guys, positive enforcements for a young quarterback that finds a way to get it done in that locker room, and Jameis is just that. I've been shocked that other people haven't treated him like they treat Joe Flacco, giving him an opportunity to come out and play when he's been sitting on the bench. We thought they were going to be trades for him. Well, why?
Because he throws as many interceptions as he does touchdowns.
What they tell you, no risk it, no biscuit. And that's what he was out
you
there
asked
about.
me, I told you why.
He gonna give you 30 touchdowns. He gonna give you 30 touchdowns.
He gonna give you 30 interceptions too.
It just got to be timely. You can't do it at the wrong time.
But that's the thing. Yeah. That's why he keeps moving. I hate it, man. Like, he believes so blindly in his talent that he just takes chances all the time. And you down in distance, you can't do it.
I love it. I love it.
You're a horrible.
I'm a great
Why would
supporter.
You encourage him?
I love Jameis Winston. He is a dude. And listen, remember, he couldn't see. Jameis had to go get contacts. He had to go get LASIK, and then he got LASIK and was still squinting on the sideline. He is the best. You know who's the best? Our guy, BJ, Brian Jones of CBS, will be joining us coming up next to talk Longhorns and, of course, what's going on in the Big Ten. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300.
Can we get him to sing?
The Zone.
Coach Sark here. Stay connected to the Longhorns on the free iHeartRadio app.
Breaks a tackle, 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Just search 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Things are slow on 183 southbound due to a crash at Lamar Boulevard that blocks off the left lane. It's causing a 10-minute backup that started from Mopac. Things are also slow on Mopac southbound from Shoreline Drive over to 183, and some rush hour traffic on I-35 northbound causing a 13 to 15-minute slowdown from Onion Creek Parkway to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there too.
Thomas J. Henry is a proud radio broadcast sponsor of the University of Texas Sports. If you were seriously hurt in an accident, it's important to act fast. Call Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio and Austin, Texas.
Oh, we're going to be so late for the concert. We should be there by now.
Just need to make a little detour and stop for gas real quick. I know a cheap place down the road.
Are you serious? We're gonna miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is great. It's a free app that gets you cash back when you buy gas.
Wait, you mean I can get money back just for buying gas? Really?
Yep, and it really works. I've actually made around $200 this year already. Now pull over so you can download Upside before we miss the concert.
Pulling over? You had me at $200.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you buy gas. Use promo code RING to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card. Download Upside and use promo code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Use promo code RING.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Rising debt, stock market swings, and global shocks can affect your retirement. But even in this economy, there's still opportunity. Protect your retirement with a secure, tax-advantaged gold IRA. Instead of leaving a 401k or IRA at the mercy of markets, hold physical gold or silver. Real protection for your future. And Noble Gold makes it simple. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com and chat with a specialist. The conversation is free, and the peace of mind is priceless. noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult your financial advisor before making investment decisions.
If you listen to the show, you know I love my Simply Safe home security system. That's why I'm excited to tell you about early access to their Black Friday sale. Typical security systems only react once somebody's inside your house. Real security stops a crime before it starts. And over 4 million people trust Simply Safe. Don't miss out. Go to simplysafedan.com. 60% off any new system. Best deal of the year. You will not get a better price. And remember, there is no safe like Simply Safe.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out. Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
He's a lifetime Longhorn. He's a legend all over the place. But let me tell you this, if you're watching him on TV, you know how clean he is. He's the one and only lifetime Longhorn, Brian Jones. And look at him, he's always repping them hook 'em horns. What's up, BJ?
Good morning, fellas. How y'all doing? H&H.
That's right. We're doing better now because we get a chance to rap with you. I want to get into it because there's a lot of, I'm not going to say controversy, but there's a lot of conversation about a possible 3-loss team getting into the college football playoffs. Mm-hmm. You cover the Big Ten now. You used to be part of the SEC. You've gotten to see both of these conferences up close and personal. And if there was going to be a team with 3 losses, it would have to come from the SEC because they cannibalize themselves.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. And if there is going to be a team with 3 losses, I'm banking on our Longhorns being that team. They've got a hell of an opportunity this weekend to knock off a nemesis who I'm likening to a rivalry. When you play a team as much as we played Georgia and we've lost, as you guys know, the last 2, that becomes a rivalry. And now to go back into their backyard and have an opportunity to knock them off, that would be a huge win. They get that one, no matter what happens the rest of the season. I shouldn't say no matter what happens. You definitely want to knock off a true longtime rival, Arkansas and A&M. But if they are to stumble one more time and then win out, I think they, by the strength of their schedule, they should get in. You've already defeated 2 top 10 teams, and I'm still mystified that they sit behind Notre Dame. Right. Only ranked team they defeated is USC, who they mauled. They're on their home field, ran for over 3 bills against the Trojans, and of course lost to Texas A&M, lost to Miami, who's floundering currently. They did win last weekend, but so that's still. I'm still perplexed by that ranking, but Notre Dame has that cachet. Texas has that cachet. Ohio State, Alabama, the Blue Bloods, they have that going for them. But yeah, a 3-loss Texas team definitely should be in the playoff. And another reason why we should expand this thing, we're never going to get to an ideal number. Right. Never. There's always going to be someone complaining I was left out. So I just want more football. And I was clamoring for us to go from the BCS to a playoff. That was 4 teams. Now we're at 12. Let's expand to 16, and I'd be cool with that. If you want to go further than that, that's icing on the cake, but I'm cool with 16. But we're never going to please the masses.
BJ, I'm in the same boat with you with Notre Dame. Texas is in a spot where this is not the same Georgia team that they played the last 2 years. You want to be even. You want to get a win and make it even. But don't you think that this Georgia defense has a less likely a chance to stop Texas offense this year?
From a blitzing sack perspective, yes, because I believe they're last in the conference right now in sacks, and that's something they've really hung their hat on. And you guys remember when they waltzed in here last year and just ate us alive. I mean, whether it was Quinn Ewers, whether it was Arch Manning, whoever was running the rock, we couldn't get rhythm, tempo, anything going, and they just wore out that offensive line. Now, the offensive line has played better. Can they continue to congeal and progress? That's going to be key. But one thing Georgia's defense does have, they still have some dudes up front. They still win the line of scrimmage. They may not have the TFLs and the sacks that they've amassed in the past, but they can still hold the line. And they're going to be physical, and they're interchangeable. They play a lot of guys, just like we play a lot of guys. They look the part. So that may be one of the saving grace, that we can hold the line ourselves, not allow them to get to Arch, giving him time to get downfield. And also Arch uses his legs. We don't want him running too much, considering the hit he took, in the previous ball games, Mississippi State being the one that stands out. But if you can keep those guys at bay up front, give Arch time to survey the field, he can make some hay with our receivers. That's going to be the key. I don't know if I'm going to see much from our running game. OU game, that was beautiful, the way they ran the rock. In the last game, I thought Weisner ran tough. He's physical. He ran through arm tackles. Everyone's going to have to do that. Everyone's going to have to do that in this one, man. This is big-time SEC ball here.
Yeah, he ran very physical and was very decisive with his running, wasn't tiptoeing through and trying to figure it out. BJ, you talked about Arch Manning and what he's been able to do, and I've heard you talk about this on your show, College Football Today. They were talking about the fact of where he was at the beginning of the season to where he is now. And you and I all know, and Mark know, once you get more game reps, the game is going to slow down for you. And his progressions, he's learning how to get through those. Perfect example, the touchdown to C.J. Baxter last weekend, where he rolled out and let it develop. 2 weeks ago, he would have tucked his head and ran. He wouldn't have even thought about looking for a pass. Those are the things that we're continuing to see grow. Is that something that you're noticing as well?
I'm noticing Mark over there choking, man. What's up? You had a big breakfast burrito before the show or something? You all right?
He had a kolache.
Oh, he had a kolache. Go, you offer me one?
Jalapeno cheese.
I'm gonna have to come in studio. I love me a good jalapeno cheese kolache. Oh yes, where you get those from?
Shipley's.
Shipley's the bomb, dude. I love me some Shipley's. They donuts. Come on now. Yeah. Anytime I'm in that Houston airport, I'm trying to get by there. Oh, damn, Mark. What you trying to get back up to your wrestling weight? Oh, my good. I hope he's sharing those. Oh, my goodness.
No, he's not. He's not. He's hoarding them.
You're going to be in sugar shock, baby. Come on. We're going to check your blood sugar here in a minute, man.
Hey, it's high as a heart.
That's what I thought. Listen, when I moved back to Austin almost 2 years ago, the one thing I missed were those breakfast burritos here, and my spot is 1 in a million. I give me a couple of them Don Juans. Oh, those babies, they go down well. They'll put you to sleep.
Hey, I would pay money to see if you could do that 1 in a million challenge.
No, my max is 3 Don Juans. Now I will admit,
it's 8.
You get 8.
No, I never finished it. I could never do it.
That Adam Richmond, how many did he do? I know they did man versus
He did 8.
Damn.
He did
I get mine. I ain't gonna lie. I get mine without the potato. I just want eggs and meat. And mine, get the potatoes out of it, and they still humongous. No, my max is 3.
1 dozen eggs and a pound of meat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, no, I ain't gonna even try that, dog. No, I'm gonna stay in my lane, and I'm gonna stick with my 3. On a good day, I can knock out 3.
That's right.
So when I got the munchies. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. What was the question, Hardge? I got distracted. Was it about Arch?
It was about art. It was about art.
You listen. We all know you either getting better or you getting worse. And this young man has gotten better. And I don't know what afflicted him the first couple of ball games because he couldn't even make the rudimentary throws. And I've been there, dude. And I'm sure you guys have, where you're just trying too hard and you don't let it come to you. And I tell the story all the time, that Colorado game my senior year, trying too hard because I wanted to inflict pain on Bieniemy and all those guys for what they had done to us the year prior up there in Boulder, and ended up just tripping over my own 2 feet, man, missing tackles left and right, and one of the worst games I've ever played because I didn't let it come to me. And so I think Arch has figured it out, and you hit the nail on the head. More reps. The more reps you get, especially in live action, the more comfortable you become. And I'm seeing this guy set his feet now. He's not trying to do all these crazy throws where his feet and his foundation are not under him. And he's taking check downs. He's taking the little throws, if nothing's downfield. So, yes, that is the evolution of a quarterback that has figured things out. We've got Penn State at who do they play? At Michigan State this weekend. And I was just looking at the game film on their new quarterback since Aller's been out. And this guy, Grunkenmeyer, same thing, has gotten better each and every week. You've seen the completion percentage. You've seen yards per attempt. And you've seen all of that increase as he's gotten better in tempo, in rhythm with that offense. And he's playing with a ton of confidence, more so than he was weeks ago. And so we're seeing experiencing the same with Arch Manning. So that's what you want. You want to evolve throughout the season. Of course, you don't want any L's on the ledger, but there are 2 on there. I still think that Florida game, inexcusable, losing that game to a team that's not that great, and that's what's hurting them now in the rankings, if you will, although they were 10 this week. But get better, man, and that's what Arch has done.
BJ, being a dominant University of Texas defensive player, who do you look at on this defense and go, wow, that is a dude, and I can't wait to see him at the next level?
Colin Simmons has come into himself this season. He got off to a slow start. And now this guy is just terrorizing opposing offenses. He's done it back-to-back weeks, and he has to continue to do that. Of course, Anthony Hill Jr. gets a lot of press, as he should. He stepped up his game, and they're going to really have to play well this weekend because they're going up against a physical Georgia offensive line. So I would say Simmons right now, I said it coming into this year, he's got that money step coming off that edge, man, and that's going to give those tackles fits. And he's been doing that here of late. But collectively, they're going to have to buckle them on tight because Georgia is running the ball. This Nate Frazier had the best running game that a Georgia back has had since 2018. And watching him, one cut, and I'm gone. Burst, big, strong. He ain't messing around. You're not going to arm tackle this guy. You got to wrap him up, and not just for 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. You got to play tough. Then they've got a wide array of receivers and tight ends. They got this one cat, what is it, Elijah? He spells it, it's Elysis, I believe. Yeah. E-L-Y, something I-S-S-A. He spells it differently. And Williams or Johnson or something. What is it?
Crooked letter I.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he's about 6'7", 6'8". He mirrors that Washington cat they had, number 0, a few years back. And of course, you got Delp and the others, Lucky, who was knocked out of the last ball game. We'll see if he plays. And then all these receivers, even without Kobe Young, they got a ton of receivers. Branch that can take it the distance. You got the kid, he's from Texas, number 5, and he transferred in, I believe, from A&M. So they've got some great athletes on that side of the ball. Texas has to do what they did versus Vandy. They've got to get pressure on – first get them in 3rd and long.
Right.
And get pressure on Gunnar Stockton and cage him as they did Pavia for most of the game until, he broke out on the right side and ran for a touchdown. But those are the 2 guys. Colin Simmons, man, keep doing what he's doing, and Anthony Hill Jr.
Yeah, the wide receiver is Noah Thomas, and the other one is Zion Branch. Noah Thomas from Texas A&M and Zion Branch from USC. So those are the guys that are going to bring some trouble. Before we let you go, man, I wanted to ask you about that game last week where Indiana pulls it out against Penn State. You know, Mendoza is getting a lot of love at the quarterback position, possibly a Heisman candidate. How exciting was watching the end of that game?
Well, we were working. We were actually on air, and I was letting my dudes hold it down while I looked at the monitor and checked out the game. And I'm here yelling, and they're like, "Why is he yelling?" Because you got Omar Cooper Jr. over there toe tapping in the back of the end zone, and I was just watching the game film, and so Penn State played great in this ball game. I'm wondering, where's that been? They played as well as they played since that Oregon game, and we know it hasn't been excellent since that loss to Oregon. But they really got after that Indiana offense. But it was Fernando Mendoza and his legs. He utilized his legs. I think the first touchdown Indiana scored, was him running it in. So he showcased that here of late, his ability to be elusive. And then it was others stepping up. Because they didn't have their number one receiver, Elijah Surratt. So you had this Charlie Becker guy. You had this Roakowski guy. And then, of course, Cooper, he stepped up. E.J. Williams, a transfer from Clemson. So all these other guys stood up and took advantage of their opportunities without their star receiver in the fold, and they got it done. And you're going to have games such as this. And this just galvanizes a locker room, man. When you can go on the road, and while Penn State, their record doesn't show how good they are. They played to protect their backyard. They played like we thought Penn State would play all season long, and Indiana found a way. That's the key, find a way. The same thing Oregon did. They found a way to win on the road, not in ideal conditions, and they proved that we could play bully ball. We don't have to just go out there and throw it all over the field, and they bullied that Iowa defense. I did not envision that, over 200 plus yards rushing versus that Iowa defense. That's what these championship teams do. And during a championship journey, you're going to have games and situations such as this, and you got to find a way. Both of those squads did. Appreciate it as always. Prediction: Texas, Georgia. Dude, my heart says Texas, my brain says Georgia. I got to see it. So I think Georgia wins this ball game. Texas clearly, if they play their best, and they have been lately, and they were playing outstanding. I'm sitting in the studio 2 weeks ago watching this Vandy game, and it's 31-10. Yeah. I look up and it's 31-24. Like, what the hell just happened? Did they eat them Shipley donuts and go to sleep like Big Mark over here? What happened? They got in that diabetic coma. I'm not. They got the itis.
I wouldn't sleep. I have a sleeping disorder.
Yeah, You got a donut disorder. That's what you got. Don't be putting that on insomnia. There's some donuts that got you disorderly.
He's a narcoleptic eater.
I eat when I'm asleep.
Got a weight problem. Can't wait to eat. I hear you, man. Listen, if they play a complete game, and I understand they had the injuries in the secondary, and trust me, it showed. Those guys are back healthy, and they can lock down these receivers and put pressure on Georgia. They can win this ball game, but they're going into hostile territory, and you gotta love games like this, man. If you can go in there in quiet Sanford Stadium. Woo! That is going to be so cool. I'll say this and I'll shut up. I liken it to a couple years ago when they went to Tuscaloosa.
Say it again, brother. Say it again. I've been talking about it all week. That's what I'm looking at this as, that opportunity to slay the dragon at their home. Go in there, Dragon's Lair, that old video game, and get in there and make it happen.
Man, there it is, man. Next time, I want some donuts and a kolache, Mark.
We got you.
Come on through. We got you.
We got you.
All right. Hook 'em.
There he is, Brian Jones of CBS, our guy BJ, doing what he does, cracking us up. When we come back, we'll have a truncated version of the world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
We taking over just for you. Legends of the locker room. Legends of the locker room. We live on the air, and you know that we will speak the truth. Legends of the locker room. Legends of the locker room. We just going live, and we taking over just for you. Legends of the locker room. Legends of the locker room. We live on the air, and you know that we speak the truth. Mark Henry and Mike Hardge. We live. We just speaking from.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Just about a 15-minute slowdown being caused by a crash blocking off the left lane on 183 southbound at Lamar Boulevard. On the service road of 183 southbound, a stalled vehicle blocks off the right turn lane at Loop 360. There's also a crash causing delays on the service road of 130 northbound at Pierce. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, you can keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today. That's careers.progressive.com.
It's the fourth quarter. Game is on the line. Everyone's tense except that hero who opens the quote-unquote empty cooler but finds 3 forgotten Bud Lights. The crowd goes wild, the comeback's complete, and some call it luck. We all call it preparation because you know Bud Light is the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, it's easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Life in Austin moves fast. Work deadlines, weekend plans, and more errands than you can count. Feeling stretched thin? With AirTasker, getting help is easy. Post your task, set your price, and let local taskers handle the rest. Whether it's tackling a quick fix or finally checking off that big project you haven't had time for, AirTasker has you covered. Download AirTasker today or visit us at airtasker.com and spend less time juggling tasks and more time enjoying your life. AirTasker. Get anything done.
How hot can you handle? At Tumble 22, we take our chicken seriously. From golden crispy to burn your boots off spicy. Yeah, we said it. With 6 heat levels to choose from, there's a flavor for every spice fan, even if you like it painless. Cool down with a nice cold sweet tea, then finish strong with our legendary buttermilk pie. Sweet, spicy, and everything nice. Made fresh, never frozen, and served with serious Southern hospitality. Tumble 22, where spice lovers come to play.
We started Henyon & Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Henyon & Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left? I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped. Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, partly cloudy for your Thursday, a high in the mid-80s, mostly clear tonight, a low of 63. Friday, a mix of sun and clouds, a high near 85. Tomorrow night's low in the low 60s.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Celebrate the season with the very best Christmas music ever made with iHeart Christmas. All your favorites 100% commercial free. Just open the app and search Holiday to find iHeart Christmas. Plus other holiday stations and playlists to put you in a merry mood. Open the app and search Holiday to start listening.
Texas women's basketball plays here.
Great stuff by our guy, Brian Jones of CBS. Make sure you continue to support him. Right now, WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, D. Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Guys, you know what time it is?
What time it is?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest. Mark, back then they didn't know me, but now I'm hot. They're all on me. Well, A.J. Brown is complaining again, and justifiably so. A.J. Brown is the wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he wants the ball like most wide receivers. But their offense is struggling. No one person is getting a lion's share of the balls, handed to him or thrown to him. It's just what it is, the way defenses are scheming him. He wants out. He's complaining. He went online yesterday and he told all the fans, if you have me on fantasy football, you might want to trade me. It's just the pettiness of it. Listen, play the season out. At the end of the season, ask for a trade. Hardge, what say you about this drama?
Well, it's the same thing for the entire team because of the fact that nobody on that team is having a good year. Saquon Barkley was Offensive Player of the Year, could have been a possible MVP candidate, and now his numbers are going to be down. Devontae Smith, people forget he won the Heisman Trophy. He's not getting the ball. That offense is not what it used to be, and they're frustrated because it's got to be the play calling. It has probably nothing to do with the players. They're probably frustrated at the coaching staff. People want to keep looking at Jalen Hurts. It's not Jalen Hurts' fault. I think it's the play calling that's being there.
Right.
So we'll see what ends up happening, but it's hard to complain when you're 7-2 and you just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So we'll see what ends up happening. Coming up next, we're going to close out the show, send you to Dan Patrick. We've got some more stuff to talk about. Thursday Night Football, Paul Feinbaum speaks, and Brian Jones' partner likes the Texas Longhorns. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Fall in Texas means one thing: Texas Longhorns football. And you won't miss a snap all season long right here on 1300 The Zone. Touchdown, Texas! Your home for the Horns. Hook 'em.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Just about a 15-minute slowdown being caused by a crash blocking off the left lane on 183 southbound at Lamar Boulevard. On the service road of 183 southbound, a stalled vehicle blocks off the right turn lane at Loop 360. There's also a crash causing delays on the service road of 130 northbound at Pierce. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Hardge here, and November's rolling in with gratitude. Texas Pride and Black Friday big savings all month long at Covert Chevy in Hutto. Right now, get $12,090 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom. Yep, no waiting till the end of the month. The deals are already here. Powerful trucks, hometown hospitality, and savings worth being thankful for. That's Covert Chevy Hutto right off of 79. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
you've got a big day. So you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry nonstop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable speeds to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Find your iHeartRadio everywhere. There are hundreds of ways to experience iHeartRadio at home and on the go, beyond the iPhone and Android app, and at iHeartRadio.com. Here's another way to connect to iHeartRadio. On the road again? Can't drive 55? Trying to catch me riding dirty? No car ride is complete without the perfect soundtrack. That's why iHeartRadio wants to complete your commuting and road tripping experience by integrating with the world's largest navigation app, Waze. Now, while you navigate turn by turn in Waze, you can also stay connected to your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts from iHeartRadio. Just tap on the music icon from the Waze navigation screen and select iHeartRadio to listen to all your favorite content. iHeartRadio, everywhere you want to listen, including in the car through Waze on iPhone and Android. Check it out for free now. iHeartRadio, anywhere you want to listen. iHeartRadio is there. iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
You tune in all afternoon long as Craig Way and Jake Herman will bring you the Craig Way Show this afternoon. We have the media availability for the final time from Coach Sark this week. They will have all the updates on that. Also, you'll hear Craig's thoughts on last night's basketball game, and of course, high school playoffs in football kick off tonight, which is an exciting time. You go through the regular season, and you want to get a chance to play in the playoffs, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Shout out to Eric Henry of Orange 247 as he brings it every single time, and of course, our guy Brian Jones of CBS College Football Today as he continues to knock it out of the park. It used to be the SEC on CBS. Now it's the Big Ten on CBS, and Brian and his crew do a great job.
Can we do a Barry Horowitz? You know, Barry Horowitz was a wrestler, used to pat himself on the back. Like, this show is doing really good. I look so forward to coming here every Monday through Friday with you. And the results are proof and in the pudding, because we've had Jay Glazier, we've had Charles Davis, we got Gus Johnson, who is a really good guy and a good friend of mine that also wants to come on, as well as Michael Strahan. We just had Brian Jones. There's no other show, not just in Austin, but in Texas, that has the caliber of guests that we have. We have Pro Bowlers, Hall of Fame baseball players. We get Chipper Jones on as a regular. You know, we get promos with Coach Sark. We're doing a good job. And yeah, go ahead, Marcus. Go on, throw that in the background.
I mean, I'm sitting here like
I'm proud of us.
I mean,
I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us too. I appreciate that. I wasn't going there, but
I know you weren't.
I'm glad that
you're a lot more humble than I am.
For sure. For sure.
But you know what? Sometimes if you don't preach your own praise, like people won't get it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you preaching that for us. World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
And
You're
WWE
welcome.
Hall of Famer.
Take that with you.
Shout out to Brian Jones of CBS.
Let me crank it up real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
Hardge.
Hey, please don't say that.
Love
you. No. Let's not. Thank you.
Okay, let me cut that.
Yeah, cut that, please.
Oh,
please cut that,
man.
Marcus.
I was just getting into it.
No, we're not getting into it. What we're going to get into is Brian Jones, co-host, thinks very highly of what's going on with this Texas football team and what can happen this weekend.
You mean Paul Feinberg?
I mean,
they buddies.
They talking
they
about
buddy.
Neuheisel's there.
Are
too.
you okay, Paulie, with a 3-loss team in the tournament?
Texas.
If it's Texas,
I'm not
okay with that, Paul? Yeah.
I mean, you could have won Neuheisel. Like
I am okay with that, Dougie. What I'm not okay with is your ridiculous statement from a minute ago. I mean, what is wrong with this country? When let's put a couple of people over here in. Let's put a couple of people. What about putting the best in? I don't see Major League Baseball. I don't see the NFL going, the Chiefs, they've been there too many times. Let's put the Patriots in. I mean, Doggy, this is supposed to be about excellence, not about being fair. This is not the little leagues where we give a second, third, fourth, and fifth place trophy. This should be the best. It's already a convoluted system because we let the group of whatever in, the group of 5 with South Florida, and they have no business. That conference, that division really has no business playing. That's like letting the AAA best team in to the Major League playoffs. It doesn't happen in any other sport. But for you to say, oh, the SEC has too many teams in, and this and that is just patently ridiculous.
Well, that's how Paul Feinbaum felt about getting the right teams in all the time. But here is what Rick Neuheisel thinks about this weekend's game.
Brian Jones.
I'm the only one taking Texas.
I'll
go to Longhorn Island. Here's why. First of all, Arch Manning's thrown for 700 yards the last 2 games. Mm-hmm. That fourth quarter against Mississippi State was an eye-opener, and then he came out and had a brilliant performance again against Vanderbilt. That 700 yards goes against a Georgia team that is last in the SEC in sacks. So he's going to have time to look down the field. And they've gotten the ball out on the perimeter. Their pass defense at Georgia is only 8th in the SEC. So I see for another 300-plus day, and I know that Texas defense can hold up. I'm taking the Longhorns. They are in championship form. This is where they wanted to be from the beginning of the season. Hook 'em.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Even BJ was like, wait, what?
What?
Huh? What are we
Who
saying?
are you and where did you do with Neuheisel?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how this plays out. We'll continue those conversations tomorrow as it will be a feel-good football Friday edition of the morning kickoff. But, as we sit here today, there's Thursday night football. The last couple of weeks have been awful. Let's just call it what it is. And,
like I said earlier, I'm not going to go into the past and talk about my past.
Yeah, and right now we need to talk about the fact that the New York Jets have traded away Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, and now they are getting ready to go on the road to take on the New England Patriots as a 12.5-point dog. As I sit here today, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who's quarterbacking the New York Jets. But what I do know is Drake May is in the MVP conversation as we speak right now.
He finna light them up like a Roman candle.
Well, that is what what's my guy? Vrabel is hoping is going to happen. Right now, you still have Justin Fields listed as the starting quarterback.
Didn't you pick Vrabel as the coach of the year?
I picked Hardball.
Okay.
I picked Hardball. Vrabel is going to be.
He's going to be.
Look at what he did to this football team. But the offense for the New York Jets are going to be without Garrett Wilson. So check your fantasy lineups, unlike your boy Hardball, who hasn't been checking his fantasy lineups. Make sure you check them. And if you're going to be watching the game tonight, A.D. Mitchell will be wearing number 15 for the New York Football Jets, not Giants. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, for Eric Henry, and for Brian Jones, let's have a good week and finish it strong, baby, right here on the Morning Kickoff. Make sure you tune in to the Craig Way Show this afternoon, starting at 2 o'clock with Craig Way and our guy, Jake Herman. And just remember this, folks, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace. Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
It's the game's final seconds, and the score is tied. But wait, another trip to the bathroom?
Don't miss the game's best moments because of frequent bathroom breaks. Introducing prostate artery embolization from ARA Diagnostic Imaging, a leader in PAE, a non-surgical treatment for enlarged prostate that helps reduce urgent urination with low risk of sexual side effects. Visit osrad.com/PAE to take a quick self-assessment. ARA, leaders in medical